Hello everybody, this is Jason Godwise here, and this is lesson number 31. It's called Change. Change is very difficult for people to accept, and people have a natural tendency to fight all change. It's called homeostasis. If your blood gets too high a pH, it has to come down. If it gets too low a pH, it has to come down. We are programmed to constantly maintain what we are, or we'll die. Too hot, we'll die. Too cold, we'll die. Too much salt, we die. Too little salt, we die. Too little water, we die. Too much water, we die. So we have a natural tendency to try to keep doing what we've been doing. It's not quite inertia in the sense of physics, but it is, you could think of it that way almost as a psychological inertia, that we have to maintain the status quo, and any change will kill us. There's another problem with people, because there are unbalanced, hyperactive, anxious people who always want chaos, and they always want change. They think any change is good. They can't stand to leave things alone. So this lesson, number 31 on change, is simply that look at change for what it is. Change isn't always good. It isn't always bad. If something is good, you can change it and make it bad. If it's okay, you can change it and make it good. For anything to improve, it has to be changed. But for anything to be made worse, it has to change. So this is a very important point. And change for change's sake is of course just not useful, which we have many experts and consultants and people that come in to change organizations or change people, and that's usually just for making money. It's not necessarily for making things better. So it's very stressful to change, but in order to change, in order to get better, you have to change. And that's whether you drink coffee and you want to quit, whether you smoke cigarettes and want to quit, whether you don't exercise and want to quit or want to start. So this is all the examples. You need to get rid of your unthinking animal response to change is bad and to fight change. And there's a saying, habits are hard to get into. It's hard to get into a habit, and it's hard to break a habit. Those are all true examples there. But you should realize that. Look at anything you don't like about yourself, anything you want to change. See what needs to be changed and do it logically. Don't resist new technology just because it's different. It's a problem because we can tend to get comfortable with things the way they are. You can get comfortable with a real bad situation. There's many marriages that are only existing because people are afraid to change. There are jobs people are in they hate, but they're afraid to change. There are relationships people are in and they're just afraid to change. So don't deny the change. Change isn't always better. Change isn't always worse. Change is just doing something different. Look and make sure it's what you need. You don't want to just wrap an old thing up in a new package and stay the same way either. As I said, I always try to give examples. It's kind of a simple thing, but change is a tough one because there's almost an animalistic, primitive response to fight change no matter what. And even when people say they want to change or they're trying to change, they really aren't. I'd say 90% of people want to quit smoking, want to stop drinking, want to exercise more, whatever they want. They really don't want to. They want to eat like they're eating, but just not be fat. They want to drink like they drink, but just not be a drunk. They want to keep smoking. They just don't want the bad breath and health problems. And maybe now we have social ostracization. You're an outcast if you're smoking. So most people really don't want to change, is why they find change difficult. And they also find change difficult because there's a natural tendency to fight change because of our body, from a physiological, psychological standpoint, to avoid any change. We want to maintain homeostasis. So that's this lesson. It is actually a simple one in change, and just kind of be aware of when you're making changes, because you can't get better, you can't improve unless you do make changes, but you can't get better and improve unless you make intelligent changes, and that's where things get difficult. So anyway, hope this lesson helps somebody out. Thank you very much. Bye.